guys? Welcome to Hbcu Drumline Talk. My name is Ricardo, and I'm joined by my brother in percussion, the drumologist himself, EP the Great, and we are back once again. And man, we have seen some good lines over the past couple of months, and the clip that we just saw, man, was a drum line. I personally want to know what their frequent flyer miles look like or their travel miles look like, because these guys are hitting the road. Most importantly, man, the visuals and the profiles that they do are so impressive, as we just saw in this clip. But before we get started, we're going to introduce them. We're talking Langston University's Drumline, and I'm going to go ahead and let them take off today and introduce themselves.
How you doing? My name is Clifton Love. I'm a percussion instructor here at Langston University, Oklahoma, better known as the D.E.N Drumline. And I have some of my section leaders here, some of my guys that's in the drum section, some of my graduating seniors that we have on the show, that I wanted to make this opportunity for them to get on the HBCU show, Drumline, and have this experience before they graduate.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
So before we jump into this, just where is Langston University located, and what conference are you in?
Langston University, we're located in Langston, Oklahoma, and we're in the SAC, the Sooner Athletic Conference.
SHC. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So for those of us who don't know out there, EP, you and I have talked to the folks that are all the way up north, the furthest northern HBCU, Delaware State. We've talked to some folks that are pretty south in the country, and now we're talking, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are the furthest west HBCU college. Is that right?
Yes, sir, because we're actually the only HBCU drumline with an HBCU college in Oklahoma. So we're the only one here.
That's great, man. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, we're the only one here. So that's why we have any opportunity we get to show our skills, to let people know that, hey, we're here in Oklahoma as well. It's a HBCU college that you can come here, and hey, we're doing the same stuff. We don't get a lot of light on us because we're not in a SWAC, so we don't see a lot of the big schools. So when we get a chance to see them, we really try to, let them know that we're here, and let the kids know that, hey, it's another schools in Oklahoma.
Man, I can dig it, man. I can dig it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
So I didn't get everybody else's name. But first, we will start off. Prof. Love, can you, I guess, tell us about your journey with percussion, and then after, you're going to give your section leaders a chance, introduce themselves, and a quick rundown of where their percussion journey began.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm from Houston, Texas. I started my percussion, I guess you could say, elementary school. We had drill team back in the day at Douglas Elementary. Then I went from Cullen Middle School. Then over at Oak Village Middle School, where I have Professor Rodney Goods. He's a professor at Prairie View A&M. He's an alumni, old box section leader. Then I went from there to M.B. Smiley High School, where the director was Mark Gordon. He's actually the head band director here at Langston University. And he was my director in high school there at M.B. Smiley. Then I left there and went to Prairie View A&M in 2004. I was section leader of the PV McFunk Box 2005, 06, and 08 down there. And then I left there. I taught kids middle school levels, high school levels, BC Elmore. Anybody familiar with that line, young line, BC Elmore, Houston, Texas. Another line I had was Victory Preparatory Academy. Another group you probably heard of was Lone Star Choppers.
Yes.
It was a group that I was a part of with Texas Southern and Prairie View alumni together, just showing the SWAC style and then the Texas style of playing. So, and then from there, made my journey here to Langston in 2018, actually. And I've been here ever since, the present.
Okay. I heard you say Prairie View. So I guess you know Dr. Lawhorn.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, Mr. Lawhorn. That's one of my old heads. He actually, yeah, he actually was one of my old heads when I came in '04. Yeah.
Okay.
Real
Cool.
good friend. Real good friend.
Cool. All right. Next.
All right.
My name Cordell Lewis. I was born in Houston, Texas, and then I moved to Atlanta when I was in middle school. And that's when I started playing drums at Salem Middle School under Mr. Monte, and we was combined with MLK High School. And then my 8th grade year, I joined Cream Percussion, and then that's when I moved back to Houston, and then I got under Professor Love at Victory Prep, and then after my 10th grade year, they shut it down, so I had to go to Stephen F. Austin and graduate there. And after that, after I graduated, I came to Langston University in 2020.
Okay. Well, what year did you march with Cream?
2017, 2018.
Okay. Yeah, I know about Cream. I used to judge them in some competitions, but never that late in the year. It was early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what's up.
Now and they got it back running. That's why I had joined.
Okay. That's what's up.
Next.
My name's Juan Gomez. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm a former section leader here from Langston University in 2019 to 2021. I started playing in middle school under Mr. Willie Brown. After that, I didn't play for about 3 years, and then I transferred to Milby High School, which I started playing again. Got a scholarship there from Texas Southern University. I crabbed there 2018. Then after that, I transferred here to Langston because I heard Prof. Love was here, and also the head band director here, Mark Gordon. He was also my high school band director. So I decided to follow them too. Ever since I've been here, I'm graduating senior now. Graduate in like 2 weeks on May 4th with my bachelor's in music education. I've been student teacher with Mr. Love at Moon Middle School as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Congrats on graduation, bro.
Thank you.
Man, that's a serious pipeline, isn't it?
Yeah. Serious pipeline. We trying to put a light on it.
Yeah. All right, who's next?
Alright, how y'all doing? I don't know if you can see me or not. My name's Shamar Gore. I'm from Houston, Texas. I went to Ortiz Middle School. From there, I played snare on from middle school to high school. I went to Stephen F. Austin, where I marched with Cordell as well. After my sophomore year, I transferred to Madison High School. Played there for 2 years. Left, dropped out a year. You know, I had some work I had to do around the house or whatever. Got in touch with Cordell and Prof. Love. Made my way to Langston, and now I'm here. Became a Spring 23 initiate at the Delta Alpha chapter Kappa Kappa Psi. One of the section leaders here as well, and just keep on putting on for Langston.
That's what's up.
How y'all doing? My name Adam Alexandre. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Houston, Texas. And my percussion journey started in middle school under our drum instructor, KP. I stopped playing drums in 9th and 10th grade, and I joined back at Sterling High School in 11th grade. But we ain't have much help, so it was kind of hard trying to get my skills up over there. And how I got to Langston, I ran into Prof. Gordon on the way home from his funeral, and he auditioned me, and he said he wanted me in the band, and I've been good ever since over here at Langston University, and I'm also a Spring 24 initiate of the Delta Alpha chapter of Kappa Kappa Psi.
Okay, congrats.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Trentus Parker. Everybody call me Trent, but I'm from Dallas, Texas. My percussion journey started when I was in high school, near the end of my freshman year. One of my band director, Carlton Cooper, he had introduced me into the Drumline. Originally, I wanted to play bass drum, but I had to go on what I had to get on because of the lack of players. So I had to go on cymbals, and ever since then, I've been the section leader, or working my way up to become the section leader. Now
Okay.
I'm here.
Cool. All right, one more.
How you doing? I'm D.E.N. Jackson from Fort Worth, Texas. Bass drum coach section leader. My career started in high school, marching under David Killa Ron at Dunbar High School. Langston had a pipeline with Dunbar because the band director was a drum major there, I think around 1998. So we always would come to Langston, homecoming, and it was just a big pipeline there. And I like drums, so that was the best option, especially scholarship wise. And this is my last year here, so we're gonna ride it out. And I'm also a Spring 23 initiator of the Delta Alpha chapter of Kappa Kappa Psi.
Okay. Yeah, okay, Prof. I see you, man. You got some heavy hitters back there, man. Some good dudes, man.
Oh yeah, man. These my fellas, man. They bought into the vision, man. When we got here, it wasn't a lot going on. So we just try to put our own twist to it and try to put our own identity, And so these the guys I wanted them. That's why I wanted them in the interview, because they the reason. Like they the reason for the new face, for the new, what people seeing now as far as the D.E.N section.
That's what's
Man,
up.
you know what? You almost transitioned into the next question for me, right? So we think about you guys' drumline just in general, and we want to talk about the evolution of Langston University's drumline. So guys, before we jump into the next question for our viewers out there, just please let's take a close look at these next couple of videos. Hey guys, as you can see, those are 4 videos from different periods of time, spanning all the way back from I believe 2013 all the way to the present. But I can tell there's I can tell there's a change in the guards throughout the years. Just Professor Love, why don't you talk to us about just like the evolution of Langston University's drumline?
Okay. Since like 2018, since I've been here in 2018, when I arrived here in Langston, they was playing a lot of stuff that I guess came from different schools, in my opinion, like a lot of marching cadences and a lot of cadences that they took and made their own here in Langston. So I tried to, create a different identity, where we have our own marching cadences, our own cadences that actually belong to us, that we made up and just original. So that's a big evolution that we've been doing over the years, just really dropping our own identity, our own material, that we can say is Langston, it just came from Langston, and that we can call our own. Because they had a history of playing a lot of marching cadences from, various schools like Texas Southern, Jackson State, different marching cadences that's old, that most schools, they share marching cadences, but I like to just go original. Nothing like original material, something that's yours and you can just call your own.
That's it.
Good.
But yeah, so going to the next question, when I first saw you guys was Honda. The last Honda, what was that, 22? I think 22, 23, whatever. But I was very impressed about, by y'all's sound, very loud and clear. But talk to us about your choice of drum heads and tuning.
The choice of drum heads. We use Evans heads for the tenors. Black Dot Remo for the bass drums. Remo Black Max for the snares. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Evans, of course, for the quints. Yeah, so we Evans, Remo, Black Dot for the bass drums, Black Max, Remo for the snares.
Okay. Yeah, I can say you did some good tuning. Like I said, it was very powerful, clear, and I was very impressed with the sound. You know, when I first saw you guys, yeah.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. We're actually trying to get some newer drums now. I'm not gonna disclose the brand just yet, but the drums we're on now, the System Blues, it doesn't project like we really need it to, but it has a good sound. But we're trying to work on making that sound even better the next coming year. So
okay,
Man, I have to give a compliment about the drums that you guys have right now. I think before you got those black Darth Vader looking drums, 'cause that's what they look like, your black I had to say you guys were using like Dynasty. Am I correct? It was like Blue Dynasties or something else.
They was Blue Yamahas. Yeah,
Blue Yamaha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I personally, aesthetically, the black looks really good for you guys.
Oh yeah. I like that dark, mean look, aggression.
Yeah.
cool.
So if you don't mind me asking, do you guys have like going back EP about what you were saying about tuning, do you guys have like a specific way you like to tune specifically, sound that you guys like to have?
Yeah, it's a certain sound we like. We like to go with like a dark sound, but we like the top to be kind of not too high, but kind of high, not too low. We don't like the snare sounding like buckets. We kind of like the little pop of the snares in the top, as far as the quints and the snares. But the tuning of the bottom, I like it real deep. We kind of tune deep as far as the bottom.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the gentleman in the back, we really want to get into the meat of this. Obviously, you're active with the Drumline at this point in time. Prof Love, we really, like I said, focusing on you guys today. So what are like the core principles of Langston University's Drumline? What standards do you guys set?
We set grades as number one off top. Like first off, you're here to graduate, to get your scholarship. You're here to earn your degree. So first off, that's what we preach. You have to go to class. You have to pass, no play. We hold all our musicians to a high standard for the grade. So that's like number one on the list. So other than that, yeah, musicianship. Like everybody working on their rudiments, working on, their dynamics, working on reading, working on their matters, percussion. I have a lot of music majors in the Drumline. It's like I want to say it's 3 music majors here now. So it's a strong foundation for us, the percussion music majors. So we really take it serious when it comes to knowing your music, knowing how to read, knowing how to knowing your mallets, just being an overall percussionist here in Langston.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So for the younger guys in the back, you guys got anything like core principles? Like, matter of fact, what are the core principles for your Drumline?
To achieve supremacy, like that's really the main one, is to achieve supremacy, like know how to balance out school and drums at the same time. That's the biggest one, really.
Anyone else got anything to chime in on?
I'm sorry. Before you move on, that's a big thing. Balance band and school. You have to do it. You can't be a scholar in band and failing in earth science or whatever. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's that's one thing. Like it's a lot of kids, they go to college and they, just want to focus on band, but when you get here, we make you do study hall. Like it's mandatory study hall that we have during the week. So yeah, we rather see you pass than go to band practice. So so band is a plus to everything. That's fun, but like I said, the main object is to get these degrees done.
Yep.
Oh
So, Prof. Love, with that, you said some important things there, and we all understand academics are the, at the top of the chain at this point. If you notice, you have, and I'm not saying this is happening to you, but if you have some students that are, let's say, you notice that they're kind of slipping in their grades, do you take the opportunity to say, look, you got to sit out for a while until you get this thing under control, or how do you address that?
Oh yes, sir. We'll call a student to a meeting. Ask questions because we have I guess you could say progress report. Like every few weeks, we could check on the band students' grades to see where they stand in these classes. We could check the attendance. We could check, we could just see their grades, anything. So anybody that's failing, we could put them to the office. We usually put them to the office, ask them questions. Hey, do you need more time? Do you need, is band practice taking too much of your time where you have to, you need more work study time, or you need off practice time from, away from practice to get caught up on your grades, basically. So we usually put in a system to, if you need work or you need to sit down this week or anything like that to help you get on top of your grades, we'll meet you halfway with that.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So going into the next question. Over the past couple of years, Langston University Drumline percussion section has had the opportunity to see, I guess, a lot of different drum lines, HBCU drum lines, such as Virginia State, Texas Southern, Lane, Prairie View, and Jackson State. As a drumline instructor, does your preparation vary from line to line? I know with us, Virginia State, it was a last minute thing, so it wasn't no planning or whatever. But I guess other drum lines, is there a routine you do as far as
Well, I can honestly say no, because we really just prepare for ourselves. We just try to beat ourselves every year. So, us not being in the SWAC, we just always try to be prepared anytime that we leave the building, like, because we never know who we're going to see. It's like our band schedule, our week schedule for us football, we're not seeing any big schools every week. So when that opportunity comes around, we need to be prepared. So it'd be random performance, random, battle of bands that comes up. So we really just strive on just being prepared for ourselves, knowing where we at as a section, and just being prepared for whoever we see. So we really just focus on just really building and doing what we're doing here at Langston, and really not comparing to too many people. Just really focus on what we're doing here at Langston.
Hey, Prof. Love, I got a question for you, right? You mentioned the conference that you're in, and I believe you said SAC, right?
Yes, sir.
That's a conference that, I'm not familiar with, and I know Elijah, I don't know if you're familiar with it, because, we know the CIAA, SEAC, SWAC, and the MEAC, right? Those are the major conferences for HBCUs, and you guys are out there in HBCU and the SAC. So talk to us about what that's like.
It's pretty cool, but the only thing about it is we don't see a lot of marching bands with the show style band that we do for as a HBCU. It's nobody but us. So our football games, we really just try to practice. We really just be out there performing for ourselves most of the time, because most of the PWI schools, they don't have marching bands. So that's why we try to work hard, and hopefully we can get in the SWAC where we'll be able to see a lot of those HBCU schools. But for the most part, we make it our own thing. We make it the best that we can as far as the band culture, because 9 times out of 10 we're there by ourselves at the game. So
Well, I can say, if once y'all get to the SWAC, you can get some, some lines to run for their money.
Yeah,
I can't say that.
yeah, that's what we hope in the future. We hope to really go and get in the SWAC so we can see these Jackson State, PV, and Texas Southerns. We can see them every week. We can have something to talk about every week, but we're working towards that. I'm not sure how close it is to doing that, but that's something that really needs to be done because in this conference we are the only HBCU in Oklahoma and in the conference.
So if you don't mind me asking, do you have by any chance some schools out of like the SWAC or just any HBCUs travel to you guys, or is that something where you finding yourselves traveling to them?
Yeah, that's something we'll have to travel to them.
Okay.
Because nobody's on our football schedule like that. So 9 times out of 10, if we do see somebody, it will be us traveling to them, like we had to go to Memphis.
Okay. Good, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so just I guess a little bonus question: would you do anything different? Just say you knew you guys playing Bethune-Cookman or Norfolk State
Oh
or
yeah.
A&T. Would you do anything different or?
Oh yeah. We was to play in those schools and it's planned and we got some dates in advance. Oh yeah, we were prepared for sure. Like we were prepared for the battle for sure. Like for those schools. Oh yeah.
So, but you wouldn't do anything different.
No,
Cause
we wouldn't do anything different.
okay,
We'll just crank up the practice and hey, whatever we got, whatever we gonna bring to the table is what we gonna bring to the table. And hey, we gonna present what Langston doing.
that's what's
So we
up.
trying to really put a light on that. Like a lot of schools really, in my opinion, almost look alike. Don't nobody have their own true identity no more. So we try to strive on really having our own identity, try to stick out and be different.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I got a couple of things to chime in on that one. And with this question specifically, I always looked at it like based on you guys' circumstances, how far you guys are, how far you guys are. I always look at it from, like you were saying, hey, you're not going to really change the preparation, right? That you do. But I think it's the other schools that have to prepare for you guys, right? Because they don't get to see you.
Exactly. They don't get to see what we got. So it's like when they get to see us, okay, now's our time to show. So so we were just really thankful to get into those battles with Texas Southern and Prairie View and Virginia State. Those battles kind of happened, without even planning. So it was just kind of, at the right time type thing, at the right place, right time type thing.
Yeah, I will say, just as a compliment, this has been kind of what do you say, EP, like a strange year for Drumline. So I haven't really seen too much, folks going head to head. But I will give you guys a compliment. I think you guys had one of the most enjoyable exchanges between Lane recently. Also, there were some other things that happened that night as well. But, I think that was probably one of the most enjoyable to watch, I should say, exchanges this year.
Thank you. My guys, they've been working hard for moments like that. So they've been working hard all the way since January, since we got back from Christmas break, ready to go to Memphis, just to really get the opportunity to let people know that, Langston is a HBCU. We're not in the SWAC, but we here too,
So I'm not trying to keep this going, but so you guys don't see a lot of lines
No,
all the season?
No, not really. Unless it's like a battle of bands or something like that, or we get invited somewhere or something like that. We don't really see or not. We don't really know, like every year who we're gonna see.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's good. So as we transition into our next question here, for you, Prof. Love, what's the big picture? What's your vision going forward for your drumline or percussion section? And I'll ask the same question to the young gentleman in the back.
Okay. My mission going forward is to really just to build a dynasty. There's a build a pipeline for the kids, for Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? We actually Georgia. Like I got one of my box brothers, Maurice Mosley. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. He's at Tucker High School. And we were trying to build a pipeline. We actually played a cadence with them at the Memphis Battle of Drummers. I had a cadence I wrote called Money Bag. It's an original cadence from the D.E.N. They had an opportunity to get in line with us and play the cadence with us. So we're just trying to really get a pipeline to put a light on Langston to, get recruitment from all over the states. So Georgia, Memphis, Mississippi, Houston, Texas, to just really get our pipeline as far as the recruitment to let people know, hey, it's a HBCU in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? They really have a style. I don't see nobody's plans like us. They say we're similar to Prairie View, but not, they might say that because of the tuning, maybe, but we have our own unique style out here.
Okay, cool. So for you guys that are in the back, actually the gentleman with the hat in the front right here, I think you're on the front snare line, right?
Yeah, me, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're the snare captain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as a captain, right, what's your vision for your snare line? Matter of fact, the whole drum line going forward. What's your vision?
Like my vision really is to for us to always think outside the box, always doing something different. Like this Memphis thing was something different for all of us. Like we never even been to Memphis before. And it's to keep the foundation. Like when I leave, I want to come back and I still see the thing that I inputted and the things Prop Love inputted as well.
Okay, good. Anyone else got anything to chime in on that?
Honestly, just for all of us to build our own names and do the work that we came here to do, knowing that the situation or the type of look that Langston was in, we're just here to bring our names up and continue a legacy that could go on forever and ever, like other college sections already have, but we're trying to develop ours right now.
That's great. That's awesome.
How about the bass captain?
And I want to see the fire still lit when I come back. And, want to see the section running strong. That's all.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, good answers.
So,
And
all right. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rick.
really want to have I really want to have the best playing level. Like I want to be versatile. Like we could be funky, we could be technical, we could be, we play in different time signatures. I just want to be a drum section where you just can't put a stamp on us. Like we just bumping or we just chopping or we just, I want us to be versatile where we showing a lot of different aspects to the music and the percussion,
So you said the term bumping. I guess could you explain that to the audience, for people who might not know what bumping means?
To be honest, I barely know what bumping means. I'm learning myself. Like bumping, I guess, is real slow and repetitive.
It's like a in my opinion, it's like they playing a drum set beat on 2 and 4. You know what I'm saying? Or a solo part and they chopping on it.
Like real slow and groovy and it's not too much. It's easy, I guess. I don't know. It just real bottom heavy, I guess, real and repetitive. Like a lot of it's really,
Yeah.
Like we more like techno funk, I can say. Like that's what I like to call our style, like techno funk almost. Like we're technical and we funky at the same time. Like
Okay. So Prof. Love, while we on you, I guess talk to us about the audition process for your drum section, and what are your expectations as an instructor?
Okay, expectation of the instructor should come in knowing all your rudiments for one, all 40 rudiments, your major and minor scales on your percussion as far as your mallets. Come in with a prepared piece on snare drum and a prepared piece on marimba, for all music majors. That'll be it.
Okay.
Really big on knowing your rudiments. Really big on that.
Okay.
And that's kind of I think as I think about that question, Elijah, has many times we ask that question. It's the first time I think I've heard someone say, "Hey, you really got to come in with a prepared marimba piece or a prepared mallet piece outside of just the normal, playing the rudiments and everything."
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the first time I heard that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's good. So, as an instructor, as you just talked about that audition process, and for the young gentleman in the background, just can you give a brief, what was your experience like auditioning?
See, when I auditioned, I had to play my rudiments. I had to play my snare piece. I actually had a snare piece that I played for UIL. I had to play that, and I had to play a bell piece too, and some scales.
For me, we had to play a 40 rudiment, a couple hybrids, and I had to read a piece too. I had to play a piece read.
Yeah, with me as well, I had to play 12 majors, a couple of minor scales. Had a prepared piece, of course, all top 40s, and like Adam said, a couple of hybrids as well.
Okay, good.
I had auditioned at homecoming. I played my prepared piece, Funky Fat. I think it's out the Rudimental Cookbook. Read my melodic scales, That's how I got in.
Okay.
The same way I auditioned to high school day. I had came up here during high school, then I auditioned. I had to do the same thing, go through the 40 rudiments, 12 scales, my prepared piece as well.
With me, it was a little different because it was during COVID time, so I had to audition on Zoom, unfortunately, but I still had to go to the nearest high school campus, play a marimba piece, play a timpani piece as well, and I also played a tier 1 solo by the name of my friend Norman. So, yeah.
Yeah, that Zoom band season was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
But Prof, that's a quick question. I guess your incoming freshmen, how are they on reading? I know in Virginia, certain areas it's hard. High schools have trouble reading music, blah blah blah. But as it is,
Yeah, it's been a challenge. We have some students that come in can read a little better than others. But we'll take our time and work with them, get them caught up to where they're supposed to be, get them going. But yeah, it's been, we do run across that problem when they come in and need, reading help, in that aspect. So yeah, we do have lately it has been with the past, well, we didn't have that problem the past 2 years, but I want to say probably like 18 and 19, 20. We was having that problem. We had a lot of students coming in, wasn't prepared, wasn't on the college level of musicianship when they came in. So, but lately it's getting better with the recruitment over the years. The past 2 or 3 years now, we're awesome with it now.
okay, good.
So, Prof. Love, if you don't mind me asking, and not to really put you on the spot here, because we talked to other instructors in this HBCU drumline world. Some instructors meet the students where they are at, right? Other instructors are like, no, it's not your time yet. So Do you, what's your preference?
My preference is to, you meet them where they at, like, cause I mean, you never know. You know, some people learn differently. You know what I'm saying? It take others longer to pick up certain concepts, but you never want to just throw anybody to the wayside. You always want to work with them, see what you can, see what you can pull out of them. So I would work with them first, but then after we keep working and we keep working and we keep working, then hey, then we can make some adjustments. But yeah, I don't want to just throw you away. I'm gonna work with you first. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're transitioning into our next setup here. There are a lot of instructors, and probably have some young men on the line right now who are looking to do exactly what you're doing, if not take it to the next level. So what advice would you give someone looking to become a drumline instructor on a college or a high school level? If you had to really sit somebody down and just be honest with them, what advice would you give them?
Um, right, so I get them just really being patient and really, just really putting your love and your patience into it because you play a lot of roles being a band director. Like it's just not about music or drums. Sometimes you play a part of being these guys, male figures, role models, and um, so it's a lot to go to it. Like it's just not music. Sometimes you have to give advice on real life situations and have to be a life teacher sometimes. Like so it's like it just you got to be patient. That's the ultimate one for me, patience and wanting to do it, not losing your passion. Not losing your passion for it and really showing your patience and your love for the music.
All right, so we come up on the last question. First, I want to say, thank you all for taking your time to talk about, your great drum line. This is a question for everybody. Starting, off, who is your favorite line to watch outside of your own school and conference, and why?
Okay, I'll say SWAC for me. I'll say Jackson State because of they discipline. You know what I'm saying? I love their discipline and the way they carry themselves about their section. That's for me. I say Jackson and they discipline.
Okay. Next.
For me, I say Fort Valley. I don't know they conference. I think it's SWAC, but like they very versatile. And I know Jeff down there, like like the battle they just had with South Carolina State. Like that was a real good experience to me.
Yeah, I think Fort Valley is SPIAC, I think.
Okay.
For me, it would be North Carolina A&T Cold Steel, because I grew up watching Harvey Thompson. I believe they did the Bring Your Own Style bios. And I grew up watching them, so I seen them. I seen how they were technical with their stick tricks, and then also in rudiments and all that stuff. So for that would be me for NCAT.
Okay.
For me is TSU mainly because growing up I always watched TSU and the people that were over me that taught me everything I know about discipline and just playing in general, they all came from TSU. So for me it was TSU.
Okay.
I'd say a line that I actually love to watch a lot actually would be Top Secret Drum Corps. Even though they're not in a conference or anything of that nature, I just like watching them for how together they are, the visuals that they have, the creativity that they have as well, and I like to take that and incorporate it into whatever parts we make or whatever creativity we try to do in a halftime feature or whether it's a drum show or a showcase or anything of that nature. So I say I like watching them.
Okay.
I personally like to say I like Talladega. I like the way that their style is. I honestly feel like their groove is pretty, like, I don't know, I don't know what to say too much about it, but like, it's just like something to keep your head just bobbing, like on some like and stuff.
Okay.
For me, I would say Black Ice at Wilberforce. They hit the ground running. There's a lot of Atlanta people out there, and you know they made a big buzz, especially after that Mardi Gras performance they did. So I'm gonna go with Wilberforce.
Wilberforce, yeah, nice line.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
So you guys, we wanted to say thank you for really coming on HBCU Drumline Talk today to really talk about the great things that you're doing at Langston University, right? Before we end though, typically we like to have a little bonus question for you guys, right? And this is for Prof. Love, but I don't see you have your sticks. I was just curious, can you chop these young cats out real quick?
Well, we don't have no sticks.
Oh man.
I'm just playing, right? But typically,
Hold on. Somebody ready though. Somebody getting ready.
Yeah, he got some balance. He ain't got no sticks.
Okay. But this is a question that I always like to ask. It's like my favorite go-to question. So from our episodes, you probably know what I'm about to say. But hey, I'm an incoming high school senior freshman. I'm interested in Langston University. Got my mind on some other schools as well. Can you sell me on your school and your band, your drumline as well?
Man, hey, I got all the scholarship money you need. Nah, but yeah, it's a wonderful campus. Great majors, great family orientated campus. Like everybody is like brothers and sisters, brothers, family. It's like being at home. We really take care of each other down here. We got our own culture down here in Oklahoma where it's real family orientated and everybody love each other. And I got scholarship money. So but yeah, I mean we can we can kind of beat I don't want to say what we could do for us beating anybody in the other scholarship, but we could take care of it. If you want to come to Langston, we'll make sure that you'll be taken care of.
I've really been watching you guys. I really want to go. I'm really thinking about coming there, but you know what? I'm a senior and I want to be drumline captain as a freshman. Can I do it?
No, you can't do it as a freshman, but you can do it as a sophomore.
No, you can't do it.
We can talk about it till next year, but
no chance. No chance for me to come in as a freshman and be a drumline captain.
No Devin Miles. No Devin Miles.
Okay.
All right, fellas. So like I said, thank you all for taking time out you all day to come on the show. For everyone out there, keep following us, Facebook, Instagram. Like I said, we do it for the culture. It's not for us. Rick, any last words?
Hey, you guys, thank you guys for the young folks in the background. Thank you guys for really coming on to talking to us about, your experience in Langston's Drumline as well. It was a great pleasure really speaking to you guys and keep up the great work. I will say, man, you guys' visuals are like laser precise. One other thing that we wanted to always say, any videos that we use in this, we want to really say thank you. I believe we use Smashtime TV, and then also you guys' own media team, Langston's own media team, to catch some of the footage. So awesome job, y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for the opportunity. We just glad to put the light on Oklahoma for a change and let people know that, hey, we got a lot to offer down here and we'd love to have them.
Okay, good.
Yep. Other than that, everyone, we see you next time.
See you guys next time. Have a good night.